All right, all right, all right, all right. Shabbat shalom, Shabbat shalom, Shabbat, Shabbat, Shabbat shalom. How is everyone doing today? I hope everyone is having a great day. I hope the day is going well for everyone. It's a beautiful Sabbath day here in Detroit, Michigan. The sun is beautiful. It's hot. I feel like it's hot Atlanta out here today. For last few days, that is. But other than that, like I say, Shabbat Shalom, everyone. This is assembly of the righteous on the Sabbath day. This is assembly of the righteous. This is the Sabbath day, and today is July 5th, 2025. This July 5th, 2025, and we always start off with our theme song, then we go through our prayer, then we go through the commandments for today, the commandments and the reason why we have prophets right after the commandments. And then we're going to go through, we're in the book of Samuel today. We start, I believe, in chapter 5. We did 1 through 4 last week, and we're going to start in chapter 5 today. Here on the Sabbath day, this Sabbath day, we're going to start it a little something like this. Excuse me, y'all. Fast and praise. Fast and praise. Fast and praise. This is what we need to do today. Let's fast and praise. Fast and praise. Fast and praise. This is the reason why I say let's fast and praise. And fast and praise. Fast and praise. And this is what we need to do today. Let's fast and praise. And fast and praise. Fast and praise. And this is the reason why I say, if you fast and if you pray, you'll hear from the Lord, the Bible saying, just be real in your heart. You'll be off to a good start. Just be sure that you're sincere and the Lord will hear. First, repent of all your deeds, good or bad. Take heed, fast and praise. Fast and praise. Fast and praise. This is what we need to do today. Let's fast and praise. Fast and praise. Fast and praise. This is the reason why I say let's fast and praise. And fast and praise. Fast and praise. This is what we need to do today. Let's fast and praise. And fast and praise. Fast and praise. This is the reason why I say, and why I say. Fast 1 day, 2 day, 3 day, 4, sometimes 5, maybe more. Some fast water, some fast bread. And fast fall and dry instead. You must condition yourself, it's true. And this is one way you can do. First day, eat every 6 hours. Second day, eat every 12. Third day, don't eat at all. Fourth day, try to stall. Fifth day, try to make it through. Sixth day, drink a little juice. Seventh day, eat a little too. And within the week, you'll get the answer you want to see. It ain't not coming the way you expect, but your answer you will get. And if you fail and couldn't make it in, fast and pray all over again. Fast and pray. Fast and pray. Fast and pray. This is what we need to do today. Let's fast and pray. Fast and pray. Fast and pray. This is the reason why I say let's fast and pray. And fast and pray. Fast and pray. This is what we need to do today. Let's fast and pray. And fast and pray. Fast and pray. This is the reason why I say, and why I say. This is another way you can do, just as the verse says, I told you. Pray 6 a.m., 9 and 12, 6 p.m. and 6 oh well, 9 p.m. the prayer takes flight, 12 a.m. lay down all night, 6 a.m. wake up, my friend, and start the process all over again. Fast and pray. Fast and pray. Fast and pray. This is what we need to do today. Let's fast and pray. Fast and pray. Fast and pray. This is the reason why I say let's fast and pray. and fast and pray. Fast and pray. This is what we need to do today. Let's fast and pray. Fast and pray. Fast and pray. This is the reason why I say, why I say if you fast and when you pray, think about the Creator each day. Talk about the goodness, it's true. Keep your mind on the Lord, you must do in order to be released from your sin. Repent and don't do them again. If something evil comes about, keep on fasting without a doubt. Take alkaline water up 9.5. Then your healing will rise. Imagine leaving your children your life. Matter of fact, even your wife. Sometimes it's things we must do to prove that we're true. The Almighty will see you through, and that's straight from me to you. Fast and pray. Fast and pray. Fast and pray. This is what we need to do today. Let's fast and pray. Fast and pray. Fast and pray. This is the reason why I say let's fast and pray. And fast and pray. Fast and pray. This is what we need to do today. Let's fast and pray. And fast and pray. Fast and pray. This is the reason why I say it. 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 All right, all right, all right, all right, all right. Shabbat shalom, Shabbat shalom, Shabbat shalom. Greetings, everyone. This is a beautiful Sabbath day, as I just shared before we got started with Fast and Pray, which is our theme song today. Like I say, greetings to my main man, Cass, out of the UK. Greetings, Cass, Gadju, and Sister Bev is here. Tell Sister Bev that me and my wife and the family of This Way love her as well. And I'm glad to see you here on the Assembly of the Righteous. And don't forget, again, today is July 5th, 2025. Matter of fact, this day, my second father, which is my stepfather, Joe, he passed this day in 2023, I believe it was. 2023, I believe it was. He passed. So other than that, I just want to say, just give tribute, saying what's up. That was my one of my fathers that passed at that time. This time, at that time. Other than that, let's start with a prayer. Blessed be thou, Father universe, that bring forth all living creatures forth from the earth. Blessed be thou, Father of Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob. Blessed be the Father of Israel. Blessed be the Father of 12 tribes of Israel. Thank you, Father, for all you've done, been doing, and plan to do. We ask you to keep giving us wisdom, knowledge, and understanding, life, health, and strength, food, shelter, and clothing. Let us be happy, healthy, wealthy, wise, and prosperous in all that we do. We ask you to keep leading and guiding us, that we can help lead and guide others in your knowledge, your word, your ruach, and your way. We ask you to keep leading and guiding us. Allow us to keep understanding and knowing your word. Allow us to retain your word, your knowledge, and information, that we may help others see, and do your will. We ask you to forgive us of any sins that we have done in today's time, time past, and in the times to come that we may not know about. Forgive us, our ancestors, and our forefathers for going against you in your law. We have transgressed against you, and you've also transgressed against us. We ask you for forgiveness, to turn back to you, and allow us to have open eyes to see, and please lift the spirit of deep sleep from us and allow us to awaken, to turn back to you and do your will. We ask you to help us in every way, whether it's physical, mental, emotional, financial, or spiritual. And in all these things we pray. Hallelujah. 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 Thank you, Father. Thank you, Father. Now, what we'll do, we're going into the law, which we are supposed to read and come into every Shabbat. Every Shabbat, which is the Sabbath. We're going to read the commandments and the reason why we have prophets today. The commandments were at Exodus chapter 20. This is the 10 commandments. And it says, and Yah spake all these words, saying, I am Yah thy father, which have brought thee out of the land of Egypt and out of the house of bondage. First commandment, thou shalt have no other deities, gods before me. Second commandment, thou shalt not make unto thee any graven image or any likeness of anything that is in heaven above, or that is in the earth beneath, or that is in the water under the earth. Thou shalt not bow down thyself to them, nor serve them. For I, Yah thy father, am a jealous father, visiting the iniquity of the fathers, I like to say parents, upon the children unto the third Greek and fourth Roman generation of them that hate me, and showing mercy, which is grace, unto thousands of them that love me and keep my commandments. Third commandment, thou shalt not take the name, which is the law of Yah thy father, in vain. For Yah will not hold him guiltless that continue to take his law, which is his name, in vain. Fourth commandment, remember the Sabbath day to keep it hallowed, set aside and holy. 6 days shalt thou labor and do all thy work, but the seventh day is the Sabbath of Yah thy father. In it thou shalt not do any work, thou nor thy son, nor thy daughter, thy manservant, nor thy maidservant, nor thy cattle, nor thy stranger that is within thy gates. For in 6 days Yah made heaven and earth, the sea, and all that in them is, and rested the seventh day. Wherefore Yah blessed the Sabbath day and hallowed it. Fifth commandment, honor thy father and thy mother, which are the elders. Not only your direct mother and father, but also the elders in general. Here. Honor thy father and thy mother, that thy days may be long upon the land which Yah thy father giveth thee. Excuse me. Yah thy father giveth thee, excuse me. The sixth commandment, thou shalt not murder. It says thou shalt not kill, but sometimes you have to have a cause to kill. But when you don't have a cause, you call that murder. Thou shalt not murder. The seventh commandment, thou shalt not commit adultery, mainly saying thou shalt not lay down with another man's woman, a woman that belongs to another man, or women that belongs to another man that we know, and a woman that belongs to any man should not lay down with another man. That's thou should not commit adultery. Eighth commandment, thou should not steal, which we understand what that is. The ninth commandment, thou should not commit or bear false witness against thy neighbor. And the 10th and last commandment, which Yah spoke for himself amongst the children of Israel in the wilderness. The last commandment is, thou shalt not covet, which is want thy neighbor's house. Thou shalt not covet, which is want thy neighbor's wife, nor his manservant, nor his maidservant, nor his ox, nor his ass, nor anything that is thy neighbor's. That was the 10 commandments that the Creator spoke himself from the mount through the thunder and lightning, which we'll get to find out next, is the reason why how we've come to have prophets. Verse 18. And all the people saw the thunderings and the lightnings and the noise of the trumpet and the mountain smoking. And when the people saw it, they removed and stood afar off. Common sense tells us when you hear a lot of thunder and lightning outside,
thunder and lightning, you cut the lights and everything off in the house, and you sit back and get in the corner, and y'all say, and a lot of our ancestors say, that's God, Yah speaking. Imagine being in an open field and that's happening. All the people ran afar off. They ran up under all that thunder and lightning. But as I said, verse 19, which is the key to the reason why we have prophets today, in Exodus 20. Then we're going to go to Deuteronomy chapter 18, starting at 15. And they said unto Moses, speak thou with us, and we will hear. But let not Yah, God, speak with us, lest they die. Verse 20. And Moses said unto the people, fear not, for Yah is come to prove you. He's come to prove you. And that his fear may be before your faces, that ye sin not. And sinning is transgression of the law. That's what sin is, for you who may not know. When you go against his laws, those are sins, because his laws is him. That's why his laws is his name, because the laws represent him. A lot of people don't get that understanding. Last verse for Exodus 20, and it's 20, which is 21 for this point. And the people stood afar off, and Moses drew near unto the thick darkness where Yah was. Now, let's get over here to Deuteronomy chapter 18 to confirm what the people just told and asked Moses. Right here. Deuteronomy 18, verse 15. Right? In my book, I have a promised prophet. And it's not a promised one prophet. It's just talking about a promised prophet, meaning a prophet in this time or wherever or whoever the Father raised up as a prophet in the time that they're in. That's all it is. People have no, like in Proverbs, it says, get wisdom, get knowledge, but in all thy getting, get an understanding, because understanding will keep thee. Verse 15. Yah thy father will raise up unto thee a prophet from the midst of thee, of thy brethren, like unto me. Unto him ye shall hearken. And what it is that any prophet that the Creator spoke to, they gave the word of Yah. That's like unto Moses, because the Creator wasn't talking to everybody. He would talk to a certain special people that he gave his word to. That's why he say he's going to raise up a prophet unto you like unto me. People don't have that understanding. 16, my bad. According to all that thou desire of Yah thy father in Horeb, in the day of the assembly, saying, this is your key to 2019, saying, let me not hear again the voice of Yah my father, neither let me see this great fire anymore, that I die not. This is what you do when you study, you follow and see what the word is actually saying. 17, and Yah said unto me, they have well spoken that which they have spoken. 18, this is the Creator talking from verse 17, and Yah said unto me, they have well spoken which they have spoken. 18, I will raise them up a prophet from among their brethren, like unto thee. A prophet, which is all the book of the book of the law and the prophets, which the people in the world call the Old Testament. All these is when you see Yah spoke. And how you know how he spoke? I'm going to show you how he spoke. I will raise them up a prophet from among their brethren like unto thee, and will put my words in his mouth, and he shall speak unto them all that I shall command him. He putting his words in their mouth. But your key is coming up right here. Verse 19. And it shall come to pass, whosoever will not hearken unto my words. Who is my word? The Creator's words, which he shall speak in my name. All the prophets from Genesis, the prophets of Yah, from Genesis to Malachi, spoke in the name of Yah. Thus says the Lord. in the name of the Lord, in the name of Yah. That's how he spoke, and that's how they spoke for him in his name. Keys. And it shall come to pass that whosoever will not hearken unto my words, which he shall speak in my name, I will require it of him. 20. But the prophet which shall presume to speak a word in my name, which I have not commanded him to speak, this is a false prophet. Or that shall speak in the name of other deities, Jesus, Yeshua, Emmanuel, Prophet Muhammad, and anybody else that's speaking. That shall speak in the name of other deities, gods, even that prophet shall perish. This is dying. 21. And if thou say in thine heart, how shall we know the word which Yahweh had not spoken? When a prophet speaketh in the name of Yah, if the thing follow not, nor come to pass, that is the thing which Yah hath not spoken, but the prophet has spoken it presumptuously, thou shalt not be afraid of him. And a key lesson in the same passage, which is in the scriptures, a key lesson is this. If you don't know the word of Yah, you don't know his name. So some may come to pass in the name of a deity that you decide to worship. If it's not going according to his word or to his law, and it come to pass anyway, the Creator is doing it. He's doing it to get you out of here because you're not going according to his word. And the only way to find that out and understand that, Deuteronomy chapter 13 and Ezekiel chapter 14, 1 through 11. Ezekiel 14, 1 through 11, and Deuteronomy 13. These are keys for you to know and understand. If you don't want to understand them, don't look. Fall in the hell that you plan to fall into because people choose not to listen. Now, we're going to get to the lesson of today, which is, we're getting back to Samuel. We're going through the book of Samuel at this point. That hit me last week. We took it from 1, that's 2 Samuel. Something was wrong there. Okay, we went from 1 through 4 last week. We're going to start at Samuel chapter 5. You just feel a little clogged up. But we're going to start in Samuel chapter 5 today. And right here, and it states in my book, I have a heading said, the Ark among the Philistines. The Ark, which is the law, which is the representative of Yah. The Ark, which is the representative of Yah, which is Yah because it was written by his finger, taken out the mount and given to Moses. And that law was in the Ark. So that law is Yah. Because he is his law and his law is him. He is his name and his name is him. The Ark among the Philistines, verse 1. 1 Samuel chapter 5, verse 1. And the Philistines took the Ark of Yah. Let me make sure I get my pieces together. Hold on, because I know I'm about to get me some clues in here. Wish I had my blue pen. My baby went last night. I'll get my blue pen. It's a better pen. Yeah. I hold both up. Yeah, let's get busy, y'all. Sorry about that. All right. The Ark among the Philistines. And the Philistines took the Ark of Yah and brought it from Ebenezer unto Ashdod. Right? They took it and brought it to them. When the Philistines took the ark of Yah, they brought it into the house of Dagon. Dagon was there. I think what it was, an alligator god, fish god, or something like that. And set it by Dagon. I remember this story here. Verse 3. And when they of Ashdod arose early on the morrow, behold, Dagon was fallen upon his face to the earth before the ark of Yah, and they took Dagon and set him. Now you know what he did. They took their God. Well, not they. They woke up and found their deity bowing to the ark. Look at it like that. Their deity was bowing to the ark because the ark is Yah. The ark is Yah. It was fallen down upon his face before the ark of Yah. Showing who is Yah. And they took Dagon and set him in his place again. Verse 4. And when they arose early on the morrow morning, behold, Dagon was fallen upon his face to the ground before the ark of Yah, and the head of Dagon and both his palms of his hands were cut off upon the threshold. I mean, they cut the head off and cut the palms off. I wonder if that means something. The head and both the palms of his hands was cut off. Upon the threshold, only the stump of Dagon was left to him. It was cut off, but only the stump was left as a whole, is looking like what it's saying here. Verse 5. Therefore, neither the priest of Dagon nor any that come into Dagon's house tread on the threshold of Dagon in Ashdod unto this day. Tread on the threshold. They didn't walk on it, but that may be a different point. Therefore, neither the priest of Dagon nor any that come into Dagon's house tread on the threshold of Dagon in Ashdod unto this day. The Philistines smitten. Now, verse 6. But the hand of Yah was heavy upon them of Ashdod, and he destroyed them and smote them with emerald. Now, see, this is sickness. Y'all see this? Emerald, I believe we call it hemorrhoids. Hemorrhoids, even Ashdod and the coast thereof. So this is a plague. Remember, the 4 sore plagues. This is why I always try to get people to understand. I just got through telling y'all just got through sharing with you about Ezekiel, right? Ezekiel 14. But this is what I want to share with you. I'm not going to do the whole thing. I'm only going to give you a portion to let you understand where I'm going. It's the 4 sore judgments of Yah. And I'm only going to hit you at 20, verse 20 and 21. I'm going to give you this real quick to have you understand the 4 judgments. I like to say 4 sore judgments because that's what it says in the book. But the 4 judgments of Yah, the 4 main judgments of Yah. And y'all need to really understand this because this is not just one time. It happens continually. Verse 20, Exodus 14 and 20 states, though Noah, Daniel, and Job, examples of righteous people. No matter who you are, you're supposed to be an example of Noah, Daniel, and Job because they did what? They followed the laws of Yah. You're supposed to be the same way. This is how the word becomes flesh in you. Thank you, baby. Though Noah, Daniel, and Job were in it, as I live, saith Yah, they shall deliver neither son nor daughter, they shall but deliver their own souls by their righteousness. By their righteousness. Verse 21. For thus saith Yah in his name. I always share that with you every Sabbath to let you understand the prophet that speak in his name is just like Moses giving you the word of Yah. For thus saith Yah, how much more when I send my four sore judgments, my four sore judgments upon Jerusalem, which is Israel, the sword, the famine, the noisome beast, and the pestilence, which is what? The pestilence is the plague. The pestilence is the plague. So these are the four judgments that the Creator used throughout time. Throughout time. You know what the sword is. The sword is the gun, that's man. But let's keep it moving. 6 again. 1 Samuel chapter 5, verse 6. But the hand of Yah was heavy upon them of Ashdod, and he destroyed them and smote them with hemorrhoids, which I like to say hemorrhoids, even Ashdod and the coast thereof. Verse 7. And when the men of Ashdod saw that it was so heavy, they said, the ark of Yah of Israel shall not abide with us, for his hand is sore upon us. Use this for the show what was. Yep. Use this for verse 6. But verse 7. And when I'll go ahead and use this right here, but this is his hand. And when the man of Ashdod saw that it was heavy, the ark of Yah of Israel shall not abide with us, for his hand is sore upon us. And this goes to show that they recognized who he was because they knew who Israel was. But they are their own people. But see, the key, if you understand in these stories, if you understand and look at the stories, this is the example of what's going to happen in the end. See, the point is, these are nations that have to come to know who Yah really is, if you understand what's going on. See, they had to go through that to get to where we're going. See, Israel, all nations, if you haven't heard of Israel coming through Egypt, being freed from Egypt, going in and being in bondage and wilderness, even the bondage and hell we're going through today. When you understand the scriptures and see how the so-called, what they say, black men, I don't like saying black, the stuff that we're going through shows who we are in the scriptures. The stuff that we're going through that all nations can see who we are, the things we're going through as a people, this is the reason why we go through what we go through. Why we go through it is because we transgress the law. All other nations never knew the Creator as Israel did, because Israel walked with the Creator. This is why his hand is heavy upon us. Until you choose to turn and do his will, his hand is going to be heavy on you, or you got to get out of here because his kingdom is coming now. See, this is a part of his kingdom. That's why it says all nations, tongues, and people will turn to the Father. But first, you got to get to know him. He's showing you by example. He's showing all other nations by us through the example. But they have to come to understand why if they don't know. A lot of other nations already know. They know. They know. We don't know. And when they start to see Revelations 11, check it out. Revelation 7, check it out. Revelation 7 and 9 tells you all other tongues, nations, and people they are going to turn to the Creator as well after the 144,000. So that means all nations going to know. They know today. A lot is turning, and a lot of them is even confessing. A lot of Caucasians are professing that who we are because they know. Some of them don't want. Some of them so stiff-necked and hard-headed and hard-hearted, they don't want to let it go. Just like these Philistines and everybody else in that time. But see, the whole thing is we're going to be a kingdom of priests. We're going to be all over the world. We are going to be all over the world, and everybody has to follow the law through us. No different than 1 Kings chapter 17, when the Father was bringing lions amongst the people after Israel was taken out the land because they didn't know the ways of the land or how to deal in the land. They had to bring a priest back to show them how to deal in the land because the creator of the land dealt a certain type of way. But they still didn't turn fully. They turned to their part because they did to their deities, but they still worship the creator in a way as well. So, understanding will keep thee. Verse 8. They sent therefore and gathered they sent therefore and gathered all the, thank you, sweetie. Thank you, baby. They sent therefore and gathered all the lords of Philistine unto them and said, what shall we do with the ark of Yah of Israel? And they answered, let the ark of Yah of Israel be carried into Gath. And they carried the ark of Yah of Israel about thither. Verse 9. And it was so that after they had carried it about, the hand of Yah was against the city with a very great destruction. You see that? Very great destruction. There go to another one. Now let's see what type of destruction this was, though. A very great destruction. And he smote the men of the city, both small and great, and they had emeroids in their secret parts. You see that? They had emeroids in their secret parts. Therefore, they sent the ark. Go ahead and hit this one real quick. Excuse me, y'all. 9. Very great destruction. Small and great, no matter who they was. So I keep telling people, sickness is a curse. It's in Deuteronomy 28. Sickness is a curse. If you get sick, and go 10. Therefore, verse 10, therefore they sent the ark of Yah into Ekron, and it came to pass, as the ark of Yah came to Ekron, that the Ekronites cried out, saying, they have brought about, listen up. And it came to pass, as the ark of Yah came to Ekron, that the Ekronites cried out, saying, they have brought about the ark of Yah of Israel to us, to slay us and our people. So you got to put yourself in the story and look at what's going on. They got, oh, they bring the ark to us, they get it away. No, don't bring it to us. You got to look at what they're saying because they heard what's been going on. Oh no. Oh boy. When you get into the story, it's funny, it's amusing, and you can see it for what it is. Once you start to get in the story and start reading and studying, you can see what's going on. Put your mind in the story. Don't look at it like, okay, look at it as a book, you just reading it. Put your mind in there and see where they're at and put yourself in there and see what's going on. Thank you, baby. That's when it becomes spiritual, because you're putting your spirit in the book and it's becoming a part of you. You start to see the difference. You separate yourself from the world. If you're Israel, which us as majority, I ain't say all melanated people, but us through slave stock, and thus that who don't know who we are. Verse 11. To slay us and our people. Verse 11. So they sent and gathered together all the lords of Philistine and said, send away the ark of Yah of Israel and let it go again to its own place, that it slay us not and our people. For there was a deadly destruction. There you go. Didn't I tell y'all? But there was a deadly destruction throughout all the city, and the hand of Yah was very heavy there. Y'all got to understand the following. See, a lot of people really don't know. They really don't know or understand the Creator. What's up, Junior? All right, go have a seat. I'm going to get some watermelon in a minute. How that look, y'all? That look good? Baby, hook that up. Something up on Mike have something, all right? Yeah. You want to pray for him real quick? All right. Verse 11 and 12. So they sent and gathered together all the lords of Philistines and said, send away the ark of Yah of Israel and let it go again to his own place, that it slay us not and our people, for there was a deadly destruction throughout all the city. The hand of Yah was very heavy there. Verse 12. And the men that died not were smitten with hemorrhoids. I like to say hemorrhoids, and the cry of the city went up to heaven. You see that? See that? When the Creator shows something, he shows with authority, and he shows and let you know what's what and when. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna go to part 2. The Philistine returns to Ark. So now I'm gonna call this one the Ark of the Covenant, or man, I want to say it's something about the Ark when it comes to destruction or just judgment. I'm trying to see what would be a good title for this one, because both of these are gonna be good. Some to come. It's gonna be a good title though. It's gonna be about the Ark. I might just say the Ark and the Philistines. I might say it like that. The Ark and the Philistines. That's what we're gonna go with. So right now, this is gonna be the end of part 1 of Assembly of the Righteous here on the Sabbath day. We're only 42 minutes in, so this is just the first one. We ain't gonna make it too long. We're right here with part 1, and we're gonna go into we'll go to chapter 6 in part 2. We'll be right back. I thank y'all for your time, your patience, your listening ear, your seeing eye, and don't forget that I am that Mikael in Daniel chapter 12, verses 1, 2, 3. Yeah, that's me, showing the holy people who they're really supposed to be, waking them out of their dead beds, which is really in their heads. For all of you who's living in the new, this is for you. I'm that same Mikael in Revelations 12, battling that red dragon where Satan dwells, who deceiveth the whole world but prevaileth not, because the horn is blown without a doubt. This was prophesied for you to see that Mikael is really me. And if you'd like to get in contact with me, just want to share this at the end of part 1, but I do the full format at the end of part 2. But if you'd like to get in contact with me, you can always text or call me at 770-572-5315. That's 770-572-5315. Or you can email me at lkhyym@gmail.com. That's lkhyym@gmail.com. And last but not least for the moment, if you'd like to connect with me on YouTube, my YouTube, I have, you can put in the search engine, At Juice Pro 2012. That's at Juice Pro 2012. That's at Juice Pro 2012. Also, you can put in Michael the Juice Harris. That's M-I apostrophe. Oh, I'm sorry. Michael space THE space JUICE space HARRIS. That's Michael the Juice Harris on YouTube. Like, subscribe, and share if you like to build the ratings and I guess you could say algorithm. But let's see who was here real quick before we get out of chapter part one. We have Adore Nene. Glad you came through for a moment. Diamond Ballot. Glad you came through for the moment while you were here. I don't see nobody on YouTube Live, but let's check over here on Facebook. Like we had a few statements said over here on Facebook as well. Let's see what was said. Let's share what was said over here on Facebook. All right. Hey, baby, how you doing? Erica Harris, that's my oldest baby girl. She said, hey, baby, hopefully you're still here. My boy Sean Quinn out of Flint, Michigan. How you doing, my brother? We got to connect, man. The Ark among the Philistines. Oh, exactly. I was just about to say, thank you, bro. I want to kind of keep it short, so I'll just say, I want to try to keep the title short, but I'm saying the Ark and the Philistines. But yeah, I like that, bro. Yep, the Ark was his proxy. No, doesn't leave that. Say, no, don't leave that with. Oh yeah, LOL. Yep. Slow, my kid. I love you, my brother. I love you. I hope you got. I like to connect with you because I was just listening to you on your broadcast, and if you're going through some things, I want to talk to you. I gave you my number. Once we get done here or later on in the day, please give me a call, bro. Let's connect. You're not too far from me, and I know Flint needs water. Hint, hint. So you're the only person I know that I could probably just deal with not only for yourself, with them out there that can get it and they can get it directly from you, wholesale style, and we can build, bro. So other than that, we can talk soon. I just want to stick that in your ear. I love you and everyone else. We'll be right back with Queen. I hope you come in with part two. I'll be with part two in a few moments. So everyone else, we're going to start part two in a few moments. I got my brother Kaz from the UK and Norman Anderson from the UK. I'd like to thank them for being on Zoom at the moment, but we get ready to pause this, move into quit this and move into part two in a few moments. So other than that, I'd like to say Shabbat Shalom, Shabbat Shalom, Shabbat, Shabbat, Shabbat Shalom. And we get ready to end this at this moment, and we'll be right back with part two. I'm going to pause just for everybody to know. Zoom is the long version, which is the video on YouTube, and the long version for Patreon and rumble.com /LKHYYM. So we're going to pause them for a few moments and we'll be right back. All right. Shabbat Shalom. Shabbat Shalom. Shabbat Shalom. Greetings, everyone. This is part two of Assembly of the Righteous. This is part two of Assembly of the Righteous. Today is July 5th, 2025. That's July 5th, 2025. And as I was just stating, this is Assembly of the Righteous. We're here every Sabbath at 12 p.m. noon Eastern Time. That's 12 p.m. noon Eastern Time. We're right here. And here we go through the Word of Yah, speaking and showing what the Word of Yah is, what it's speaking of, and where we are in this day and time, if there's anything according to the scriptures that show us where we at in this day and time. So let's go. Now we get ready to start back in. We get ready to start in chapter 6. We just did chapter 5, and today we're calling this the Ark and the Philistines. That's what it's going to be called today, even though we're going through the book of Samuel. But I like to give a certain title. So the title I'm giving it is the Ark and the Philistines. All right. So now we in chapter. This is part 2. And this is chapter 6. We started in chapter 5. Now we're in chapter 6. And the heading that I have is the Philistines return the ark. That's my heading here. And the ark of Yah was, and the ark of the Yah was in the country of the Philistines 7 months. Make sure we get that. 7 months. Let me underline that. Make sure that just stands out. And the ark of Yah was in the country of the Philistines 7 months. And the Philistines called for the priests and the diviners, saying, What shall we do to what shall we do? What shall we do to the ark of Yah? Tell us wherewith we shall send it to his place. Now, verse 3. Let me just like this. And they said, If ye send away the ark of Yah of Israel, send it not empty. Okay, now. Okay, that's my brother coming back in. I think I got it. There you go. Okay, I got it. Okay. Welcome back, Norman.
And that's right. Thank you.
You're welcome. Just for everybody know, in the Zoom, we have our brother Kaz and our brother Norman out of the UK that has joined us here at the Assembly of the Righteous today. But back to the subject, verse 3. We're in chapter 6, 1 Samuel chapter 6, verse 3. And they said, If ye send away the ark of Yah, and this is the key. This is what we're supposed to do. We're supposed to bring gifts, alms to people. Send it not empty. But in any wise, return him a trespass offering. Y'all see that? Then ye shall be healed, and it shall be known to you why his hand is not removed from you. See, when you trespass, that's the whole point. When you trespass against the Father, you're supposed to come back with an offering. Number one, the only offering that I can think of is turning back to the law. You ask for forgiveness and, do what we study his law, whatever it is that he sees and shows in his word to you. That's what you should be concerned with. What you see in the word. I'm going to get this whole, I'm going to hit all this yellow real quick because these are clues in here that people have no understanding. We're supposed to give alms and gifts, especially if we trespass against someone. You don't come and just say, well, I'm sorry, I did this now. Some of you don't even be serious about it. But when you come and you show forgiveness and you show that you're really sorry and you really, you're sorry for something that you did to somebody, you're supposed to come with an offering. You're supposed to come and offer them something for your trespass. You trespass against me, and you're just gonna come and just say, "Oh, I'm sorry." I don't know if you tell the truth or not. It don't make no difference up to me tell the truth or not. But it's always showing something to show your I don't want to say guilt or anything like that, but it's just showing that you're sincere about mending. It's not looking at the past, but you're mending what has happened. You might give a gift and something that somebody might remember, especially if it's special or if it's, I don't want to say expensive, but as long as it's special or if it's something that has a what they call it, memorabilia or something like that. Like, let's just say this bowl. It might be some. I got my singing bowl, but let's just say this bowl, for instance. I think it's nicely crafted. I don't think whatever it is. To them, it may be nicely crafted. It may cost a lot of money. It may be a rarity. And I come and I give the gift to you. This is showing my sincerity of my trespass against you. If I know that I did something to you and I'm asking for forgiveness, this is what we do. And when you do that, you're like, okay, man, he must be for real. This is serious, man. This looks real nice. It's costly. It's beautiful. and it's rare. You know, just something. That's how people know your sincerity is real. And you see what the priest told him, right? This is the reason why we need to go through scripture to understand what's being said and to understand how to deal with each other. Again, verse 3. And they said, if ye send away the ark of Yah of Israel, send it not empty, but in any wise return him a trespass offering. Then ye shall be healed, and it shall be known to you why his hand is not removed from you. It should be known to you if it is or if it is not. If you turn with a trespass offering, you'll see what ended up happening. That was smart on their behalf. You know what I'm saying? Verse 4. Then said they, what shall be the trespass offering, which we shall return to him? They answered, 5 golden emerods, whatever emerods is, because that's what he put upon them. So 5 golden emerods and 5 golden mice, M-I-C-E, according to the number of the Lord, according to the number of the lords of Philistines. For one plague was on you all, and on your lords. So that means they know that he could have came off. He only used one plague. One plague. That one plague was, I call it hemorrhoid, but it's emeroids, whatever that plague was. Wherefore ye shall make images of your emeroids, and images of your mice, M-I-C-E, or mice, that mar the land is mice. Yep. So the golden mice and golden hemorrhoids, that mar the land, and ye shall give glory. See, remember I said it too. Let me go ahead and get that. Mice. I didn't see that in there, but that was going on as well. Mice that mar the land. Five golden emerods and 5 golden mice, according to the number of the lords of the Philistines. So I guess there's 5 golden ones for each one of them. Of lords of the Philistines. For one plague was on you all. For one plague, For one plague was on you all and your lords. Wherefore, verse 5, wherefore ye shall make images of your emerods and the images of your mice that mar the land, and ye shall give glory unto Yah of Israel. You see that? This is respect. Ye shall give glory unto Yah of Israel. Peradventure he will lighten his hand from off you, and from off your gods, and from off your land. You see that? See, he's talking with wisdom. This goes to show you have wisdom in every nation. No matter what they worship or whatever, it's the wisdom we're supposed to be going by. Being wise in the things that we do. Verse 6. Wherefore then do ye harden your hearts, and as the Egyptians and Pharaoh. See, now he's talking against them to show them, okay, you want, wherefore? He said, well, if you want to harden your heart, you may give them both. So this is what you're supposed to speak. You show both sides. This is weighing the balances. You show both sides of a situation. You show one side compared to the other side. Understanding on both sides. Okay, this may happen because of a certain situation. You may need to do this because this may happen on a certain situation. You see that, baby? You see how things weighed out? Me and her had a situation that happened throughout this week that we had to get rid of. Verse 6. Wherefore then do ye harden your hearts as the Egyptians and Pharaoh hardened their heart. Did I not say everybody heard about it? They knew about it. But they're their own people. when he had wrought wonderfully among them, did they not let the people go and they departed? Let me go ahead and just make sure this because of what he's saying. Now, therefore, make ye a new cart. Okay, see. Hold on. Now, therefore, make ye a new cart and take 2 milch kine on with, and take 2 milch, milch, kine, on which there had come no yoke, and tie the kine to the chart. But you see what I'm saying? See how they see keys to all this. They ain't give something, they gave something new. They gave something not used. Also, that puts me in the mind of Abe. Not Abe. What's the first 2 boys? What's the first 2 boys that in the Bible? Adam, Cain, and Abel. Abe. I was kind of right. Abe, right? Abel gave the best of his. Cain didn't give the best. Abe gave the best. That's the key. You give the Creator the best. The first and the best. That's how you're supposed to do with the Creator. Make ye a new cart. They ain't getting no old cart. They got a new cart. And take 2 milch kine on which had come no yoke. That means they never even pulled before. 2 milch kine on which have come no yoke, and tie the kine to the cart, and bring their calves home from them. Verse 8, and take the ark of Yah, and lay it upon the cart, and put the jewels of gold, which ye return him for a trespass. You see that? For a trespass offering, in a coffer by the side thereof, and send it away that it may go. You see that? See how they doing? They're making everything new. A new cart, 2 kinds. I don't know if he was cows or whatever a kind is, but it must have been clean. Had to be clean. 2 kinds. The jewels of gold, of mice and emeralds, which they returned him for a trespass offering, in a coffer by the side thereof, and sent it away that it may go. And see if it goeth up by the way of his own coast to Beth Shemesh, then he have done us a great evil. But if not, then we shall know that it is not his hand that smote us. It was a chance that happened to us. But they know. But the whole point, what they're saying is, that's their sign. See, that's what they're saying. They put all the stuff on the carts, the jewels, the cart itself, the ark, and the 2 kinds that never had a yoke. So they don't know where they're going. They put them out there, they put them, and wherever it goes, it would just go the way it went. And they saying that if it's going towards his own border, we know it's the Creator. But if they just taking it anywhere out in the wilderness where they just going, they don't know where they're going, then we know it just happened to us by chance. It was just something that just happened. But they know. They know. They couldn't help but to know. They just spoke about Egypt and the Egyptians. Make sure I get this. And these are, and this is what people read and they don't see. And what I'm sharing here is this. They read the book, but they have no understanding of what they're reading. A lot of people don't go in depth and understand what they're actually reading. They're just reading, this is just words to a book, as it says in Isaiah 29, verse 10 through 13. It's just words in the book. They're just reading it. But they don't go in to understand the depth in the book of what's happening. That's why I'm glad I'm going through it on the Sabbath now. By we going through it, we're going to see step by step certain things that is happening that's going on with us today, that's going on in this time, and things that happen by chance or happen according to the Creator, according to His word, and the way things are happening. And then while our eyes can become open, our eyes can become open to see the things we need to see. Well, let me only hit 9 then. That was 8 and 9. Beth Shemesh, I gotta make sure I underline that because they said it's a certain way that they said that it was supposed to go. Beth Shemesh, I guess that's the name of it. Shemesh. Okay. Then he has done this to us. Make sure I get that. Then he has done us this great evil. But if not, then then we shall know that it is not his hand that smote us. It was a chance that it happened to. It was a chance that it happened to us. Verse 10. And the men did so, and took the 2 milch kines and tied them to the cart and shut up their calves at home. And they laid the ark of Yah upon the cart and the coffer. They laid the ark upon the cart and the coffer with the meats of gold and the images of emeralds, right? Verse 12. And the kine took the straight way to the way of Beth Shemesh. See, they went straight that way. They knew. And went along the highway, lowing as they went, and turned not aside to the right hand nor or to the left. And the lords of the Philistines went after them unto the border of Beth Shemesh. And they of Beth Shemesh were reaping their wheat harvest in the valley. The people they were reaping the wheat of the harvest in the valley. And they lift up their eyes and saw the ark and rejoiced to see it. See that? They was happy to see the ark. And the cart came into the field of Yeshua. There was another Yeshua. A Beth Shemite, and stood there where there was a great stone. And they clave the wood of the cart and offered the kine a burnt offering unto Yah. And offered the kine so what they did was they took the same kine, and I think they used them as a burnt offering unto the Creator. You see that? They knew that the kine, that they was young, and they could be offered. Go ahead and get that. That's another key. He include. And they clave the wood of the cart and offering the kine a burnt offering unto Yah. And the cart came into the field of Yahshua, a Beth Shemite. So it sounded like it was his field. And stood there while a Beth Shemite and stood there where there was a great stone. And they clave the wood of the cart and offered the kine. Okay. Verse 15. Offer the kind a burnt offering. Okay, verse 15. And the Levites took down the ark of Yah and the coffer that was with it, wherein the jewels of gold were, and put them on the great stone. And the men of Beth Shemesh offered burnt offerings and sacrifices the same day unto Yah. Y'all see that? And when the 5 lords of the Philistines had seen it, they returned to Ekron the same day. And these are the golden emeralds which the Philistines returned for a trespass offering. Let me make sure I get that. Verse 17. And these are the golden emeralds which the Philistines returned for a trespass offering to Yah, for Ashdod, for Gaza, to Yah, for Ashdod 1, for Gaza 1, for Ekron 1, for Gath 1, and for Ekron 1. I guess they did that for each time we went through, because got Ekron twice. No, Ashdod, Gaza, Ashkelon was the other one. That's what I missed. Let me read that 17 again. And these are the golden emeralds which the Philistines returned for a trespass offering unto Yah. For Ashdod 1, for Gaza 1, for Ashkelon 1, for Gath 1, for Ekron 1. All right, he didn't say Ekron twice. I just missed a word. Verse 18, and the golden mice according to the number of all the cities of Philistine. See that? And the golden mice according to all the number of the Philistine. Remember I told y'all the plague? What I just said the plagues was. I said it's 4 sword judgment, 4 sword plague. Man, sorry about that. Got you on the wiggly. The 4 sword judgment, you got the pestilence, which is the plagues, the famine, the sword, and the noisome beast, or the beast itself. But the mice and the plague of hemorrhoids, maybe hemorrhoids, but hemorrhoids, and the mice. I told you, you got to go back and study. The more you study, the more you understand. Cities of Philistine belonging to the 5 lords of the fenced cities and the country villages, even unto the great stone of Abel, whereon they set down the ark of Yah, which stone remains unto this day in the field of Yahshua the Bethshemite. Okay. All righty. 19. And he smote the men of Bethshemeth because of and he smote the men of Bethshemeth because they had looked into the ark of Yah. Ooh. They looked into the ark of Yah. Even he smote of the people 50,000 and 70 men. And the people lamented because Yah had smitten many of the people with a great slaughter. Ooh. They know they weren't supposed to look in that ark. Mm, mm, mm. 19 again. I'm taking 19 on through 21. And he smote the men of Beth Shemesh because they had looked into the ark of Yah. Even he smote of the people 50,000 70 men. And the people lamented. Oh, this reminds me of, remember what was that Harrison Ford played? Harrison Ford played what was that movie? He used to run around and the adventures of, huh? Was it Indiana Jones?
He had the hat.
Yeah. Indiana Jones. It was one movie, at the end of the movie, when they was looking for the Ark, right? This remind me of. They got the Ark, and then Indiana Jones, him and his girl they was tied up. He said, close your eyes, don't look. Don't look, close your eyes. He said, do not look, do not look. He told the girl, they closed their eyes. And when they looked into the Ark, they seen these angels start to come out, floating around. Oh, it's beautiful. It's beautiful. And them angels start turning into like ghosts and demons and whatever. And they start killing all the people up. And then it went back into the Ark. Now this is what that remind me of all those people looking into the Ark. That just hit my mind right then. Indiana Jones, it was it, baby. But I forgot the Adventures of Indiana Jones, something like that. But the one when they had the Ark, or something about the Ark. But at the end of the movie, that's what happened. And he smote the men of Bethshemesh because they had looked into the Ark of Yah. Even he smote of the people 50,000 and 70 men. And the people lamented because Yah had smitten many of the people with a great slaughter. Verse 20. And the men of Bethshemesh said, who is able to stand before this holy Yah, and to whom shall he go up from us? 21. And they sent messengers to the inhabitants of Kirjath Yearim, saying, the Philistines have brought again the Ark of Yah. Come ye down and fetch it up to you. Come get this thing. They brought the Ark. Come and get it. Come and get it. Not this thing, but come and get the Ark. Come and get the Ark. Told them to come and get it. And they probably didn't realize. They probably did. They knew they weren't supposed to look into the Ark. They knew they weren't supposed to look into the Ark, but they did. And it caused all those people who came down. It probably was everybody who looked in it. It probably just locked. Oh, the Ark is here. Oh, let's go down and see this. All the people that looked in it. Exactly. Knowing they weren't supposed to do that. That's the Creator's Ark. They know Yah. But what? Supposed to know of them. Chapter 7. We're going to run into chapter 7. We're going to check chapter 7 out. And this is called, the title of this one, the Ark of the House of Abinadab. Okay. Verse 1. 1 Samuel chapter 7, verse 1. A lot of the sevens are spiritual. If y'all ever check and look at the sevens, sometimes 12s, most of those sevens are spiritual. When you look at a lot. Now, I haven't even read this yet. I haven't read before. I haven't read in a long time, but now I'm going through it. But I'm just going to tell you right off, majority of the sevens, chapters of sevens and things like that, they're more spiritual. But let's check it out. The Ark in the house of Abinadab, verse 1. And the men of Kirjath Yearim came to fetch up the Ark of Yah and brought it into the house of Abinadab in the hill, and sanctified Elijah the son to keep the Ark of Yah. Sanctify Elijah his son to keep the Ark of Yah. Verse 2. And it came to pass, while the Ark abode in Kirjath Yearim, the J is actually pronounced as a Y, that the time was long, for it was 20 years, and all the house of Israel lamented after Yah. You see that? 20 years. 20 years. Samuel leads Israel to repentance. That's my next heading, going into verse 3. 1 Samuel chapter 7, verse 3. Samuel leads Israel to repentance. And Samuel spoke unto all the house of Israel, saying, if ye do return unto Yah with all your heart And Samuel spake unto all the house of Israel. Turn you over here a little bit. All the house of Israel, saying, if ye do return unto Yah with all your heart, then put away the strange deities, gods of Ashtaroth, from among you, and prepare your hearts unto Yah, and serve him only. Y'all see that? Do y'all see that? Wait a minute. Do y'all see that? Only. No Jesus, no Yeshua, no Emmanuel, no Prophet Muhammad. I gotta mark this. Only. See, people don't get it. And prepare. You got to prepare by studying. See, I got some Hebrew Israelites right now. Oh, I got to say this. But let me finish this. Let me finish this up. Then I'm going to say what I'm saying. And prepare your hearts unto Yah, and serve him only, and he will deliver you, out of the hand of the Philistines. I'm going to 4 in a few minutes. Let me finish up 3 real quick, but I want to share this with you. We got some Hebrew Israelites right now. A lot of Hebrew Israelites now saying, you must serve, how do you say, fear God and depart from evil. And I would ask these brothers, certain brothers, how do you fear him? Fear God and depart from evil. How do you do it? You got to fear God and depart. What's evil? They tell you can't do all the commandments. You must do all the commandments. But what did this say? This is why I say people don't understand. And Samuel spake to all the house of Israel, saying, if ye do return unto Yah with all your heart, then put away the strange gods and Ashtaroth from among you. The key is, and prepare your hearts unto Yah. How do you prepare? You got to study. You got to understand you can't do everything at one time. You're going to go from 1st grade to 12th grade. You got to go step by step by step. You got to learn. No different than what we're doing right now. We're studying to learn, to know, to grow. That's how you get to know. That's how you're preparing yourself. You got some people who want to use the excuse. Depart from evil and say, dang, I just said it. Fear evil and depart from fear God and depart from fear Yah and depart from evil. So I will always ask brother, how do you fear him? But they don't want to say keep the commandments. You tell them, well, how do you do it? Fear God and depart from evil. How do you do it? Fear God and depart from evil. I said, this is what I mean by people that was wise has become ignorant. They can't even answer a simple question. If you fearing them and depart from evil, you're keeping the commandments by doing it, because this is what he say do. But we got these people, and you know what? I'm beginning to see more people so smart that they're dumb. I'm seeing so much of that today. They so smart. They too smart for their own good. They so smart, they're stupid. I'm just saying it. We got a lot of stupid people who think that profess to be wise. I think you'll find that in Isaiah 29:14. Let me get that real quick. Isaiah 29:14. Let me go over here real quick. Let me run to that real quick since I said it, because I like to prove and share. If I say something, I stand on it. Now I believe. There we go. Okay. I'm gonna go 13 and 14. Matter of fact, let me go ahead and just give you this real quick. I'm gonna take it down to, we'll see how far I go, but I think I'm gonna take it to 16, maybe. But definitely I'm go from 13 first. 13 is your key to where we at today. Isaiah 29:13 says, wherefore Yah said, for as much as this people draw near me with their mouth, and with their lips do honor me, but have removed their hearts far from me, and their fear towards me is taught by the precepts of men. That's your New Testament, by the Council of Nicaea. I'm not saying there's no truth in there, because the whole book is true, because it's the Creator's blessings and it's the Creator's cursing, but you have to know the difference in the two. Excuse me. 14. Therefore, behold, I will proceed to do a marvelous work among this people, even a marvelous work and a wonder. For the wisdom of their wise men, here we go. This I told you it was there. For the wisdom of their wise men shall perish, and the understanding of their prudent men shall be hid. You see that? For the wisdom of the wise men they're gonna perish. For ignorance. But let's go to 15 and see what it say. Woe unto them that seek deep to hide their counsel from Yah, who seek deep to hide their counsel. I'm asking the brother, how do you fear Yah? And how do you depart from what? We fear Yah by keeping the commandments. But he couldn't answer that. And depart from evil. How do you depart from evil? By keeping the, he didn't even want to say keep the commandments. You can't keep some of the commandments. It says keep all the commandments. How do you keep all the commandments? By studying, preparing yourself, and understanding what the commandments is. If you ain't studying, preparing, how you gonna prepare yourself to do anything? Everything is preparation. You got to prepare for the Sabbath. The 6th day is the day of preparation for the Sabbath day. This is what makes us a wise and understanding people. But you know what? People like being dumb, stupid, and what it says over at the end of 14. For the wisdom of their wise men shall perish, and the understanding of their prudent men shall be hid. But again, 15. Woe unto them that seek deep to hide their counsel from Yah, and their works are in the dark. And they say, who sees us? And who knoweth us? 16, last verse for the moment. Surely your turning of things upside down shall be esteemed, and the potters, as the potter's clay, for shall the work say of them that made it. For shall the work say of them that made it, he made me not. Or shall the thing framed say of him that framed it, he has no understanding. See, the Father made you, he made you to be a certain way. It's your choice to walk. See, he made you a certain way to be. It's your choice to walk in the correct ways or the other way. Everybody has a choice. Back to Samuel. Now we're going to 4. But I got to hit that 3 one more time. And Samuel spake, 1 Samuel chapter 7, verse 3. And Samuel spake unto all the house of Israel, saying, if ye do return unto Yah with all your hearts, then put away the strange deities, gods, and Ashtaroth from among you, and prepare your hearts unto Yah, and serve him only. And he will deliver you out of the hands of the Philistines, actually out of the hands of your enemy, if you really want to look at it for today's time. Verse 4, then the children of Israel did put away Balaam and Ashtaroth and serve Yah only. You see that? Remember the Father going to read last week in chapters 1, 2, 3, and 4? Yah said that he's going to do this. 20 years, y'all. the ark was gone from the children of Israel for 20 years. 20 years. Verse 5. And Samuel said, gather all Israel to Mizpah, and I will pray for you unto Yah. Gather everybody to Mizpah, and I will pray for you unto Yah. 6. And they gathered together to Mizpah and drew water and poured it out before Yah and fast on that day and said there, we have sinned against Yah, and Samuel judged the children in Mizpah. They all confess. They all confess. How they confess? They confess because they've been sinning. They just put away the different deities. All those deities they were worshiping, they just confessed right then and there. They have sinned against Yah, and Samuel judged the children of Israel in Mizpah. Now, Israel defeats the Philistines. You see? See where we at now? After 20 years, the ark was gone. Now it's back. For sword judgment. The plague, pestilence, famine, the sword, and the noisome beast. The Father used two already against them. The mice as the noisome beast, and the plague, which is the hemorrhoids, which is, I say hemorrhoids, right? Now the Philistines get ready to get the defeat. Now, I haven't read it in a minute, so I'm going to see what's going to come about, but I'm just going to thinking on what's ahead. Verse 7. Israel defeats the Philistines. Verse 7. And when the Philistines heard that the children of Israel were gathered together to Mizpah, when they heard that, to Mizpah, the lords of the Philistines went up against Israel. You see that? They caused their own hurt. See that? They did that. They already just, you know what? The lords of the Philistines, they get what they deserve. They didn't have to come there. They could have came in peace. We would like to come among you and worship your God, your deity, your Father, the Almighty Yah. We like to worship him because we've seen what has happened in our land. We know that God is among you. We know this, and see, that's happening now. That's coming together now. This is examples of time past compared to what's coming. I keep telling everybody, the whole world is going to turn to us. See, right now, I seen something on the news. Not news, I seen something on YouTube. I wish I can remember where it was because I would have showed you that part of the clip. One guy, I think he was a senator or whatever he was, they were sitting down having a conversation. I forgot who it was, two Caucasians. One guy said, you must bow to Israel. You must do this and that to Israel. See, he was recognizing the prophecy. The guy that was being interviewed was recognizing the prophecy because he's telling him, whoever's at the White House or wherever it was, he was recognizing to the interviewer, well, we must do this to them because God says this and that, because this is who they're going to be. They're going to be this and that. They don't know the scriptures, though. They know of the scriptures, but they don't know the scriptures. The reason why he's saying that, because, yes, that's what the scriptures say. And he's saying, yeah, we must do this of the Jews and this and that of the Jews. But this is why things have been changed. See, it's been changed. There is no such thing as a Jew, and those people that call themselves Jews are not the true people. And this is what I'm looking at, I'm using what I'm looking at and what's going on from what I remember seeing. I wish I got it because I have to go in my history to find it. But the point is, he's sitting up there telling the interviewer what he's saying, and the whole thing is, we are those people. They don't know it, though. because of where we are today. No different than 20 years later. These people here that happened 20 years ago with the stuff that the mice and the emeralds that happened 20 years ago, these new people must ain't heard about what happened. Or they just didn't care. See what I'm saying? History repeats itself if you don't study it to know it. Again, verse 7. And when the Philistines heard that the children of Israel were gathered together in Mizpah, the lords of the Philistines went up against Israel, and when the children of Israel heard it, they were afraid of the Philistines. Now they're afraid. Why? Because they beat them before and took the ark. But remember why they took it. Let's go get the ark. Just like Clemens, the prophet Clemens that was singing, they said, it shall deliver us from the Philistines. They called the ark it instead of saying Yah, because Yah is in there by the stones. That's Yah. See, a lot of people don't understand. We are Yah. Everything is of and is Yah. Once people come to understand that, then they understand that when it says I am is all things and everything. I am to you when I show you who I am to you. Now, if you believe I'm Jesus, I'm that to you as well, because I'm going to give you that, but you're going to get damned in it. I am, what's his name? Prophet Muhammad. Yeah, I am Prophet Muhammad to you. If you believe in Prophet Muhammad like that, not according to my word, I'm going to damn you in it. I am Yahshua. Yeah, I'm Yahshua to you. If you worship in Yahshua, I'm Yahshua. I'm your Yahshua God to you, and I'm going to damn you in Yahshua, because that's what you believe in. You don't believe in me only. Only you believe in that. Him, her, it, this, that, whatever it is, that's what you believe. I'm that to you. That's what I am mean in Exodus chapter 3, verse 14. Who should I say come to me? They should ask for his name. Say, I am have sent me unto you. I am, yeah, I am. People don't even have an understanding of that. I am means I am all things to everyone and everybody. That's what I am means. But then if you go right to the 15th verse, he tells you, I am, my name should be the God of Abraham, the God of Isaac, and God of Jacob. This should be a memorial unto you. This is my name. But people look right past that. They can't see it because they don't read into it. They read bits and pieces and they cut and paste, and they don't read the whole thing to get an understanding. So they're looking for a specific name, Yah, Yahuwah, I am, Yahoo. They're looking for something. The creator is not a man. He is we all, but he's not a man that we should worship a being. The creator is all and everything, so he's attributes of all and everything. So people looking for a specific name, yeah, we call him Yah to recognize him by, but his attributes is him, which is the law. A lot of people say the attributes is power, and they go all around what the Pacific is. The Pacific is he's the God of Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob. Why he's God of them? Because these are the ones who he made his promise to. I made my promise to Abraham, I made my promise to Isaac, and I made my promise to Jacob that your children will be what they are. And there's 3 covenants, or should I say 3 promises for 3 children. Isaac's brother, Ishmael, which is 12 tribes, he made a promise to them. Esau got a promise, which he's living out his promise right now. And Jacob got a promise, which is coming to pass. We're still coming into Jacob's promise, because once we get into Jacob's promise, that's going to be it forevermore. A lot of people don't understand it because they don't study to know. But let's keep it moving. And they were afraid of the Philistines. Verse 8. 1 Samuel 7 and 8. 1 Samuel chapter 7, verse 8. And the children of Israel said to Samuel, cease not to cry unto Yah our father for us. See, they ain't say it this time. And oh, if y'all want to know what they said it, let me give it to you. Hold on. 3. And they say are defeated by the Philistines. Okay. Right here. Here you go, right here. Chapter 4, verse 3. I'm going to read that. Chapter 4, verse 3. I'm going to show you where they call the ark it. It says, and when the people were, matter of fact, let me make sure I didn't have this last week. Right there. Now, here you go. I just wanted to I didn't have my marker last week. Now, verse 3. 1 Samuel chapter 4, verse 3 states, and when the people were come into the camp of the elders of Israel said, wherefore have Yah smitten us today before Philistine? Let us fetch the ark of the covenant of Yah out of Shiloh unto us, that when it cometh among us, it may save us out of the hand of our enemies. They called the ark it instead of saying Yah will save us. Yah will do this. See what I'm saying? They said it. Now back to 1 Samuel chapter 7, verse 8. And the children of Israel said to Samuel, cease not to cry unto Yah to Yah our Father for us, that he will save us out of the hand of the Philistines. You see that? They said he this time, and they said the ark. It didn't say it. You got to put things together. First Sam 4 and 3. And First Sam 7 and 8. These are equivalent. They said it, now they saying he. Now, put this real quick. There we go. Give me, y'all. Just want to make sure I get this together for future occurrences. Now, verse 9. And Samuel took a sucking lamb and offered it for a burnt offering. So it was still sucking on the nipples. I put it like that. And offered it for a burnt offering holy unto Yah. And Samuel cried unto Yah for Israel, and Yah heard him. See that? See that? So you got to understand, a righteous man, the Father here. The Father here, a righteous man. If you're righteous in his eyes, he hears you. Verse 10. And as Samuel was offering up the burnt offering, the Philistines drew near to battle against Israel. But Yah thundered with a great thunder on the day upon the Philistines, and this comforted them, and they were smitten before. Now, I wonder what he did. He thundered. Yah thundered with a great thunder on that day upon the Philistines, and this comforted them, and they were smitten before Israel. And the men of Israel went out of Mizpah and pursued the Philistines. Sound like when he did the thunder, it's like it was coming from the sky. He probably was hitting them like that. Maybe. I can't say. I'm going by what my thoughts are. Because he said he thundered with a great thunder. Yah thundered with a great thunder on that day upon the Philistines, and discomfited them, and they were sitting before Yah. So we got them. Then verse 11, and the men of Israel went out of Mizpah and pursued the Philistines and smote them until they came under Bithkar. Verse 12, then Samuel took a stone and set it between Mizpah and Shin, and called the name of it Ebenezer, saying, hitherto have the Lord helped us. Hitherto have Yah helped us. Ebenezer. 13. So the Philistines were subdued, and they came no more unto the coast of Israel. They ain't come to the coast no more. But the head of Yah was against the Philistines. The hand of Yah was against the Philistines all the days of Samuel. You see that? All the days of Samuel, that he was against the Philistines. And the hand of Yah was against the Philistines all the days of Samuel. 14. And the cities which the Philistines had taken from Israel were restored to Israel. And the cities which the Philistines had taken from Israel were restored to Israel, from Ekron even to Gath. And the coast thereof did Israel deliver out of the hands of the Philistines, and there was peace between Israel and the Amorites. You see that? There was peace between them. Something happened after this. And there was peace. Last three verses. Samuel judges Israel. Verse 15. And Samuel judged Israel all the days of his life. And he went from year to year in circuit to Bethel. That sounds like circuit court, circuit. It's the reason why that word is there. And Samuel judged Israel all the days of his life, and he went from year to year in circuit to Bethel and Gilgal and Mizpah, and judged Israel in all those places. And his return was to Ramah. And his return was to Ramah, for there was his house, and there he judged Israel, and there he built an altar unto Yah. We're going to see chapter 8 for next week. All the days of his life, and went from year to year in circuit. And in circuit to Bethel, to Gilgal, Mizpah, and judged Israel in all those places. And his return was to Ramah. And there he judged Israel, and there he built an altar unto Yah. All right. Well, that's the end of what we're going to say, the Ark and the Philistines. Right here in the Ark and the Philistines, what we're calling today. But we went from Samuel chapter 6, I think. What chapter was it? 5, 6, and 7 today. Yep. Chapter 5 was the first. Yeah, we started chapter 5 in part 1, and part 2 we did 6 and 7. So next week we'll be doing chapter 8. We'll be starting that next week. And other than that, just like to share with you that I am that Mikael in Daniel chapter 12, verses 1, 2, 3. Yeah, that's me. Showing the holy people who they're really supposed to be. Waking them out of their dead beds, which is really in their heads. For all of you who's living in the new, this is for you. I'm that same Michael in Revelations 12, battling that red dragon where Satan dwell, who deceiveth the whole world but prevaileth not, because the horn is blown without a doubt. This was prophesied for you to see that Michael is really me. Now, I think going through the book is pretty good on the Sabbath, from day or week to week, going through certain points and getting a little information out of it. So right now, we're here at this point in time, and maybe everyone get their own conclusion out of some of the things that's being shared, and maybe the Creator will lay certain things on your mind compared to what was given according to what was spoken of from the scriptures. Other than that, we're going to smile our way out right now and then give you more information, and then we'll go from there. Yeah, we're going to do that. And Kaz, I'm gonna well, Kaz, I guess we're talking a little bit. I just want to make sure I do this because I don't want this to go too long. So other than that, we're gonna smile our way out. Shema Yisrael, Adonai Eloheinu, Adonai Echad, Baruch Shekebo, Vakuto Iolam, Vaed, Hallelujah. Hear, O Israel, Yah Father is one Father. Blessed be thy glorious kingdom forever and ever. Hallelujah. Thank you, Father. Thank you for the word. Thank you for giving us the word that we have today. Allow us to see, understand, and know what it is you're giving us through your word, so we can come to know and be more aware of your word, your knowledge, and your wisdom. We ask you to help us in every way and be among us at all times. We thank you for another beautiful Sabbath day, and be with us always in your holy word, in your name. The holy word we pray. Hallelujah. 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 Thank you, Father. And if anybody like to get in contact with me, you can always call or text me at 770-572-5315. That's 770-572-5315. This might be great to go off anyway. Or you can email me at lkhyym@gmail.com. That's YYM@gmail.com. Yep, it's done. At gmail.com. You can always catch me on YouTube. My YouTube is at JuicePro2012. That's put in the search engine, the @ JuicePro2012 on my Instagram, on my Facebook, on my YouTube, man, at JuicePro2012. That's the @ JuicePro2012 all together. But you can separate Michael the Juice Harris in the search engine. That's MICHAEL space THE space JUICE space HARRIS. All right. You can always like, subscribe, and share on my YouTube as well. And you can also catch me on Instagram. My Instagram is LKHYYM_the juice, which is LKHYYM _THEJUICE. You can also catch me on TikTok. My TikTok is the same, which is put in the search engine at LKHYYM_THEJUICE. And also you can put in a search engine on TikTok for my other, which is at Michael the Juice Harris Condensed. That's at MICHAEL TheJuiceHarris. Put all that in the TikTok search engine with the @ all together, and you'll be able to find me on one of my pages as well. You can also catch me on X Twitter. That's X Twitter at JuicePro33. That's JuicePro33. And I also have a YouTube, another YouTube. My first YouTube is JuicePro33 as well. To share with you. Last but not least, on the part 1 and part 2, we have Facebook. My Facebook is Mikael Harris, which is MI'(CHAEL) space HARRIS. That's MI'(CHAEL) space HARRIS. All right. Now, from that point, we have. Oh, I guess that was it. But also on those is part 1 and part 2. Now we have the full version, which is from Zoom on YouTube, which is under video. But part 1 and part 2 is under the live. Part 1 live, part 2 is live. But the video is the full video. Excuse me. The full video is under the video, as well as under Patreon and Rumble. That's patreon.com/LKHYYM and patreon.com. Say patreon.com/LKHYYM and rumble.com/LKHYYM. Now, last but not least, the nights you can catch me on, we're on what they call Sunday night at 9 p.m. Eastern Time. We have Fight Fire with Truth. That's Fight Fire with Truth, which is open conversation. We have open conversation to talk about anything across the board if you like. And we're there on Sundays, here on Sundays at 9 p.m. Eastern Time. Excuse me. At that time, that's Fight Fire with Truth. On so-called Monday nights at 9 p.m. On Monday nights, we have Mikael's Knowledge of Truth. And there we go through certain information of knowledge of stuff that's going on in Scripture, whatever the Creator brings to me to put out there. That's Mikael's Knowledge of Truth. That's at 9 p.m. Eastern Time then. Now, on Tuesdays, we have Introductory to Sovereign Class of Knowledge. Now, this is the introduction to the Sovereign Class of Knowledge, which is information on how to get through this heaven gates. All right. Introduction on how to get through the heaven gates, which is at 6 p.m. In the evening. 6 p.m. evening, and these won't be long because this is just the introductory. And starting this Wednesday, we're going back to Freedom NGO Group. Sovereign Class of Knowledge. Freedom NGO Group, Sovereign Class of Knowledge by yours truly and my wife. And that's where we're going to show people how to do what you need to do. So the introductory is like a meet and greet on Tuesday. And we show you what to do and what you need to do to get started for our Wednesday night class, which is Freedom NGO Sovereign Class of Knowledge. That's the real sovereign, but the introductory is on Tuesday. The class is going to be on Wednesday. I'm either going to do it. I'm thinking about doing this. I'm starting at 6. That's my idea, start doing them at 6 on Wednesdays, because I used to start them on 9, but now I'm going to start doing them at 6 on Wednesdays. And other than that, we're back here on the Sabbath, at 12 p.m. noon Eastern Time at Assembly of the Righteous, which is on the Sabbath day. So there's a reason why we're doing this cast, and we'll talk not on today, but maybe tomorrow or tonight. If you call me after sundown, we can talk. I can let you understand why we're going back to Freedom NGO Group, Freedom NGO Sovereign Class of Knowledge. And that's where we're going. And I call this the Solomon class is entering into heaven gates. That's what I call it, really. That's my abbreviation, more like entering into heaven gates. And you'll get that understanding when you come and as we share. Other than that, I thank you for your time, your patience, your listening ear, your seeing eye. And first, we're going to pause Zoom, because you've been on the longest. See you in a few moments. Love you, appreciate you. And we're going to hold you for a moment, Kaz, if you'd like to speak. But other than that, peace.